day 25 of my challenge. I'm trying to reach the rating of 2000 in chess within 30 days, and there are 159 points left. Let's go, guys. E4 on the board. Ooh, we play against the Sicilian. And we have the Rossolimo. Yesterday we played against the Rossolimo. Ooh, and this is exactly the same line. Guys, I recommend you to analyze every single game so that if something happens that is the same, you know exactly how to play against. So now I follow the same exact game that I played yesterday, so with castle and then c3 and d4. So the idea is to attack the center and to be able to take back here, not with the knight, but with a pawn, so that we have the strong center. Okay, so now my opponent is asking me a question. What am I going to do? Am I going to go back with my bishop or to take there? Now, if I go back, there is b5, bishop there, and c4, and my bishop is trapped. So either I go back here or there, or I take there, but I will take here. And now if my opponent, either my opponent takes with the pawns, but then he has two double pawns, or he takes with the queen. But now there is something fancy. I could already think about pushing on d4, but there is this pawn under attack, or I could play the move rook e1 that is protecting directly this pawn, and then I'm ready for d4 or for c3 d4. I will go with c3 d4 because I love to have the big center. Let's see what my opponent plays. I'm considering what will I play against that move knight f6, because then this pawn is attacked twice, but I have an idea. I can simply play the move d4 anyway. Okay, we'll play d4, this b5 has the idea to bring the bishop there, but it's not such a big deal. And if my opponent would have taken this pawn, I always have to move d5. I'm attacking the queen, and then this knight would be hanging. So that would be problematic. Now, do I develop the knight or do I develop the bishop? Or do I push on e5? This is also a very fancy move that we have to consider. Okay, guys, I love the move e5, so we do this. We're taking lots of space and kicking the knight away from his natural square on f6. And we are ready to develop all the pieces in very active squares. It would have been nice to have a knight there, but I was a little bit scared that if I play in this position, knight here, my opponent plays the move b4. And then the question is, where do I go with the knight? Okay, so my opponent played knight e5, sorry for the confusion. What to play here? I'm thinking about pushing even forward there. And there is a very clear idea that if my opponent takes with the bishop, I'm playing knight there, attacking the queen and the bishop at the same time. Now, I could also be a little bit more solid and play directly this move, attacking the queen has to move, and then I play e6. And I love it. The nice part is that my opponent has not developed these pieces yet, and so cannot castle, so the king is stuck in the middle of the board. And e6 is really going to be played. This knight is also a little bit in danger, let's put it that way. If the queen goes all the way here, I could even consider playing moves like knight take b5. After pawn takes, I'm taking with the queen this knight, and yeah, so they go with the queen here, so that the queen is still protecting this pawn. But now I can play e6, and this move is so strong. If they take with the bishop, I'm going to take pawn takes, and I can simply take the pawn back. Or I could also consider to give a check here, so to attack this king that is very vulnerable. I could also simply develop my pieces, you know. This is always a very good idea. Yeah, f6 is what my opponent is playing. But this is not a good news for them, because they are left with no perspective to develop those pieces. Maybe they have to play g6 and bishop there and then castle. This looks a little bit sad, but maybe that's our plan. That's their plan, you know? My opponent has one piece that is really strong, and it's this knight. Can we somehow get rid of this? I mean, knight here seems like a logical move, but after pawn takes, my pawn here is a little bit weak. And I cannot develop this bishop, right? It's not that I cannot develop the bishop somewhere. So maybe this move is necessary. I'm also considering the move i4, because after take, I can take the rook, the queen has to take, and then I take here. So I think my opponent has to play the move b4. Another question is this pawn as weakness? Is that pawn as strength? The point is that the pawn is avoiding my knight to be developed. Okay, I will play knight here. That's simple. My time is running out, so let's just play a move. And after this, it's true my pawn is a little bit weak, but I can play moves like a4 or c4 later, so I should be able to deal with that. And now, yeah, they have to play this move, and now I love the move a4. If they take, I'm taking with the queen and this king. It's in big danger. I mean, they cannot cover with the queen, they cannot cover with the bishop, so the king has to be moved. So they cannot take, absolutely not. And if they push, I could either take and get rid of my weak pawn, and then also develop with tempo. So for example, pawn pushes, pawn takes, queen takes. I develop my bishop, but I also have a very nice move, which is a5. I'm blocking this pawn all the way there, and I'm also freeing the square for the queen to slide all the way there and give a check. And this check is so annoying because the king has to be moved. So my opponent is just playing this move, is basically sacrificing a pawn, because now I can take, and after pawn takes, I'm taking the rook, the queen takes, and I'm taking there, and I win a pawn. But maybe, you know, this is just necessary. Yeah, I'll take there, and then I'll take the little pony. And now, attention everybody. There is a checkmate in the air. But I think they can just play queen b7. They're attacking this knight. I will probably push here, and now they can finally castle. So it's all good for them. Well, more or less. They are just a pawn down. So we have to still develop our pieces. And I'm looking at this move to attack this pawn, and I think I like it. I also like the idea of one day playing queen there. But okay, let's get started with bishop there. We develop the bishop, and we are attacking this pony. The only bad side of queen d5 is that after queen takes, this pawn is no longer passed. Instead, here this pawn is passed. Okay, so the rook is protecting. So you know what it's time to do? I mean, I'm thinking about playing just this little move. But I could also play just queen there, because there is not really any rush. Yeah, I love this move. I'm developing the queen, and I'm threatening some discovery checks. For example, 96 is a huge move, because this rook is unprotected. And now my opponent is going with the queen there. Now this queen is unprotected, and this pawn is under attack. And this pawn is also a little bit shaky. Maybe I'll just play knight here, and I'll say, hey, wanna trade the queens? Yeah, let's do this. Knight there, and I say, hey, wanna trade the queens? How do you feel about that? And I'm not sure that I can easily win this endgame, but I'm the one playing for a win there. Okay, we take back. And now we are in an endgame. I have an extra pawn, a pass pawn. If I can push this pawn, and it can become really annoying, I'll win the game. So they are playing this move just to activate the bishop. I'm thinking about just let this pawn be pushed. Point is that as soon as I push, the bishop is going there. So maybe I play this very... Oh wait, if I move the rook, I lose this pawn. Aha. Okay, this is not super simple then. Okay, I'll play the move knight b6. And there is a very clear idea. I might want to go there and take this pawn. That's very straightforward. I always have to be careful about the time and the back rank checkmate. Okay, I think I will go, now that the bishop left this pawn, I will go with my rook behind this pawn, and I'm protecting it. If the rook moves, this pawn is hanging. Alright, this bishop is attacking the knight and also this pawn. I love this square for the knight. I really like it a lot. Yeah, let's go there. My knight is really strong there. And I have to, at some point, I really have to give a square, to give a bit of space to my king to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Get some here. Okay, bishop there. This is not a good move, because I'm not scared at all about this. I will now push the pawn. After this, I'm going to take, attacking the rook moves, and I push even forward. And I'm not worried at all about any rook move, because after being bong, if the rook goes there attacking this bishop, I play bang, and if they dare to take, I push even forward, and I'm going to promote. No excuses there. I think the best move instead of bishop here would have been the rook there to attack this pawn that was on c4. It would have been much better. So either they take here and then I take there, or they do another move, but then I'm pushing even forward this pawn. And if this pawn reaches c7, then it's going to be really, really tricky for my opponent to defend this. Yeah, they move that one more time. And hey, I'm pushing. I believe in that pawn. I don't see a way that I can really push and promote, but let's get it let's get it, let's start to push the pawn. Okay, I will play the move h3. I think it's time for that. And then I'm thinking about playing moves like rook here and maybe rook b8, trading the rooks. Or maybe b7 first. Yeah, I'm not going to take there. No, 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 no. I'm going to push here. Yes, let's go. And then rook here under there looks very nice. Maybe we first improve the bishop. So we first bring the bishop here to protect this pawn. Or... oh yeah, the point of this bishop move is that actually this pawn is now protected, so the rook could be moved. But if the rook goes here, I have this move with tempo, and so I don't think my opponent should do that. Well, that move would just lose, because I played this, and then I'm promoting. So are you telling me that after this, my opponent has to go with the bishop there? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm threatening to promote. So they have to go with the bishop here. I'm thinking if I can play rook there. This pawn is hanging, and then I go here. This should be winning, right? I think so. If not, I have to go back there. Okay, I go for this. This should be winning. Alright, we slide the rook all the way back. And we're promoting next. Alright, should we just promote? Or do we have something even better? Do I have maybe some crazy move like this? Not. Okay, I will have to take and promote and play this endgame. I'll pre-move a little bit. There we go. My opponent has 4 pawns, so we have to still fight here. Yes, we go with the knight here. Let's make sure not to lose pawns. I think this move now would be really smart. Okay, I have a problem. My king is not so active. My king is a beta king. But I'm pinning this, so that the king cannot advance, so that the pawn cannot advance. Alright, this king is really advancing a lot. I'm pushing this pawn because I want to stop, or maybe not. Okay, let's go with the king here. Let's see, because if they push, I can just move the knight there. Okay, I'm slowly, slowly trying to activate my king. That has been my problem. Okay, king here, this feels so much better already. Perfect. Okay, I think I found a nice way that I can block my opponent pieces with the move f3. Okay, I can block all the pieces, bring a knight there, and then I should be able to win comfortably, in a comfortable way. Okay, there we go. And then the knight slides here. Maybe first the king here, though. Yeah, so if they trade... okay, I will go first with the knight here, attacking this pawn. The bishop has to go back. We go with the king. And now we have to improve this bishop. Alright, we bring the bishop here, so my opponent doesn't have many squares left, because this bishop cannot go there, and they cannot move. I mean, they have this pawn move, but they are basically blocked. They cannot do any useful move, because if they go there with the king, I'm improving my king every single move. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about the possibility to play this move. Oh my god, my time! Okay, I have just to go there. Alright. Just play bishop here. Oh, my time. Okay, we go there. We're going to take this pawn next. I didn't think about my time. Hi, bye. But now I have more time, and I'm going to take that pawn. And we take it. And this cannot really be played because I simply take and I have an extra pawn. Then I'm going to play this. I'm going to take this pawn. This is the end. Then we push. Wait, let's avoid stalemate, please. Okay, let's go like this. Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, jeez. There is just one thing that I want to show about this game. I shouldn't have taken there, but played the giga move knight f5. This is absolutely insane. Because if the pawn takes, I give a check here, the king moves here, and then this king is nearly going to be checkmated. I think I have check, king here, check. I hope this works. Let's put the evaluation. Yeah, this should be winning. Okay, that's super cool. Alright, new game, everybody. e4, e5. There we go. Knight out, we protect with the knight. My opponents are getting so stronger. Okay, d3. This is a shy move because the bishop will not go out so easily. I think I will just develop my pieces in a very normal way and see what happens. Okay, this e4 seems a little bit too much. They are pushing way too many pawns. And Doesn't feel too good. Okay, they're going to castle there. I mean, maybe it's just fine. You can play this. I'll just develop all my pieces. Castle as well. I'll also play the move h3 because I want to avoid this to go there. And now I will play the move a5. This is a very clear idea. I don't want b4 to happen, and I want to have my bishop. I want to have a square for my bishop to retreat in case of danger. Okay, now the bishops are facing each other. Should I take or should I go back? I will just go back here. There is knight b5 though, and then I could take. Or maybe I also have this move. Oh, I like this move. Maybe we can go. If bishop takes, there is a fork. And if this takes, we can take, the knight goes there. So we have to take like this, and after this, we'll play this. It's interesting, but I will play something different. I will take there. I usually don't like to take there because my opponent is taking like this, and the F file is opened, and they control lots of central square. But now I can play knight here, and I'm going to play f5 next. And after pawn takes, bishop takes or whatsoever, those squares are a little bit weak. So I think I can challenge my opponent this way. Okay, we go with the move f5, like real quick. Now, do we take with the bishop or with the queen or with the rook? Or we go with the queen there. That's why I said with the queen, because I was thinking about that move. I really love this move. But there is pawn pushes, so we're going to take there. Because if the pawn pushes, then this pawn is well protected, so we just take with the bishop. If this pawn now pushes, the square is going to be a huge weakness for my opponent. So they are trying to threat, to push here, to give a discovery check. So I might just move the king away from there. Yeah, we'll just move the king one side, one step to the side, in safety. I lost the pawn there. Think about it. I mean, usually it's not good to take that pawn, but I'm not sure about this position. I see this very nice move. I'm threatening to take there and to take that pawn, and the queen is close to be trapped. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, luckily that pawn was not, cannot be taken. Remember that the b pawn and the g pawn are usually poison pawns. So my brain just didn't even think about it. They didn't even consider. But I think it's actually a mistake. Because now I'm threatening to play knight there, and to take this pawn. I'm threatening to take directly this pawn. And this queen, I mean, doesn't have many squares to go. Cannot go anywhere at this point. Can just go on f3. But if the queen goes on f3, there might be some nice discovery checks. Not checks, but discovery attacks. So they have really to be careful. I need some water. That's really, really, really strange, because maybe it's a move that really my opponent doesn't want to lose the pawn, but that's very dangerous. They might lose the queen. I mean, once they take there, probably their plan is that if I take with the queen, they're taking this, and then many pawns are falling. But what about knight takes? And this queen doesn't have any square. I'm going to play bishop here, and the queen is lost. Yeah, we take with the knight. That's the resource that my opponent missed. And now bishop here, everybody. This queen is a little bit trapped. My opponent might even resign here because there is really no way to save the queen. Yeah, they're taking there. Now I take here and I will take here. So they took quite some material for the queen. They took a rook and a piece. But I think I should be fine here because I also have equal pawns. And my opponent has weaker squares. And this bishop is also very sad. The bishop. Okay, the knight went back all the way there. The knight is a little bit blocked. Okay, I will just play this move. It's a little bit sad that I have to block the position, but it feels like I have to protect it that way. And now I need to start activating my pieces, maybe bringing a knight there and try somehow to find a purpose for that piece. Okay, let's move it here. Maybe one day we will go there. I'm not sure yet. But we might also just move the king away from the 8th rank and then start to slide with the queen in all the weak squares. Maybe not there because the knight would take. And we let the queen be sneaky. What if the rook... Okay, this is good. We are threatening a very strong check, which should be really annoying. I mean, I was wondering, what about this move? Because the bishop and the pawn behind are under attack. Yeah, I like that. I will go here with the knight. I'm attacking pawn number 1 and pawn number 2. The king moves, that's very smart. It's a free pawn. We take it, and we're attacking this one and this one. It's hard. I will give a little check here, and I'm wondering, where is the king going? Not so clear. If the pawn is pushed, I take the free bishop. If the king goes here, there is this. So the king has to go there. Good. And now I can take here. Yes, and after bishop takes, my knight is well protected. I hope this is not a blunder, because if this move works, I'm winning. Take here. Okay, now it's GG. We can play this. We can even remove this move. The king has to go to h2. Perfect. I was just waiting because maybe the king will go to h1, but my opponent played the right move. And then I'm also going to take this. I'm just going to take way too many pawns. We take also this one. There is a check, which is the final check of the game. Okay, we take here. Give a check. We are attacking here, there. We're attacking everything. Okay, we also take here. We give a check and we take there. Pac-Man. The queen is Pac-Man. Alright guys, those are very intense games, so we just have 2 games today. And I'm playing 2 and 5, a 2,000 player. Oh my god. Okay, they are playing the French. We play knight here. This is a weird line because I think they lose a pawn. Cannot I take here and then take here and then take here? I'm very confused. I hope it's not a trap and I'm losing. It should be fine. I like my position. Wow, the queens are also traded and I'm threatening this. And how is my opponent stopping that? Yeah, with the bishop there. Now I will just develop my pieces and be happy. So this is with a check. Actually, I would love to develop this bishop as quick as possible. So I will play bishop here and then long castle. So that I'm looking at that little bishop. Right, they attack me. We can simply go back here. Now we go long castle. And my opponent, if my opponent gives the bishop here, I'm really confident that I am winning this game. Yeah, in such an open position, they shouldn't give away the bishop here. But here I win a second pawn by taking there, and then this bishop is falling. So they are losing the bishop here, they lost a pawn, another pawn, and now doesn't look any good. Yeah, now this is even the Fisher trap. Once you take this pawn, if there is b3, this bishop is trapped forever. My king is going here, and you're losing another piece. So this is game over.
Spoiler, she will blunder.
Okay, knight there. They're attacking the rook and the bishop. But I think I'm not in a hurry, so I will just take here. I'm attacking this knight. They will take here, and I take back with the pawn. Perfect. And now this is still a problem. Because this bishop is blocked. You know what is the very typical way? Is a5. I don't know why they didn't play a5. So a5 and try to play a4 to get rid of this. But I think I can just play this. Or also to play bishop b5 check. To just control this square. And then play king b2. And after a5 I can just take like with the bishop. Okay, so after knight c6 we just play king here. Making sure that there are no forks. And then we are going to take there. Okay, the king is attacking the rook. We have to go backwards somewhere. I love this square because the rook cannot be attacked anymore. We take with the pawn. There is a little check here that my opponent could try to give, so to play the rook there, but they actually go with the king, so we just develop the knight. And then the bishop. Oh, I left the pawn hanging there, but it doesn't really matter, I think. Okay, we give a little check here. And then a little check here. Okay, my opponent wants to trade. I'm very happy to trade. Yeah, let's go. I go with the knight strong there, and then I'm going to give a check there and win another piece. So this knight has to be moved. How to win an endgame? You should try to create a pass pawn and to win it. And also it's very important to have a very active king. So I'm going to take here. And then I'm going to push this pawn and to try to create a pass pawn on this side. If my opponent tries to get closer, I will also bring my king because I don't want my king to be in trouble, you know, to be weak. So we go here and make sure that where I'm going is safe. Okay, we push this pawn now. It's time. Oops, let's go. All right, we take there. This should work. And we play bishop here. Yeah, this can be played. Okay, let's be careful, huh? Let's be a little bit careful. Okay, now I'm going to just be Pac-Man with the king. There we go. And we just take them both. And we're winning. Okay, we go to take first this one. Oh! Oh. I nearly thought I had a fork and I lost everything, but it should be alright. But I risked it, eh? That was, yeah, they don't even try to do that. They want to try to trade the pawn. I cannot allow that. What to do here? I will just push it, I think. Or go with the king. Push, push, and the bishop is controlling that square. Yeah, we'll do this. This. And then we push. We don't want to give away this pawn. If not, we might have not sufficient material to give checkmate. It's a good move. So, am I winning if I play this? Maybe I have to give this check here. Okay, I think I can just play this move. And then I might have to give checkmate with a knight and a bishop, which is insane. Okay, I attack this knight. I take here. Oh, no way. Oh, they missed a fork, guys. They had a fork. They had it. They had it. Hoi boy. Hoi boy. I can't believe that. I now take and I'm winning. Crazy. Okay, before saying goodbye, in this position, I'm actually still winning, but just for one move. Let me know in the comments which one it is. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and check out day number 24. See you tomorrow, day number 26, guys. 5 days remaining.